I'm a lost queen. Scream.
The back, darling.
Coffee. Join my coaching. I am starving. Meal prep has literally been a lifesaver for me at the minute. It is fajita chicken with sweet potato. Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh. Oh. Honestly, such a game changer, especially if you've got no time. Needs mass and all that. Now we wait. Bust my case yesterday because it was so full. Because I bought like 2 pairs of shoes and other things in Thailand, and it was also 3 kg overweight. But they actually allowed it. And then, oh my God, do you know what else happened? I was in the airport and I heard my name come through on the what is it, speaker, whatever it is, and they were like, Leah Clark, please report to your gate immediately with your case. And I was like, or because there's something in your case. And I was like, what is in my case? And I was like scared in case I don't know, like someone would put something in my case. Anyway, it turns out it was a power bank and you're not allowed to travel with them in your case. So I had to open the case, get the power bank out before I boarded the flight. So that's stressful. Nothing like an unsmooth travel journey. Do you know, I think Thailand are just really strict on it and I don't know why. I've unpacked majority of my clothes here, so I've just got loads of other shit. Also, skincare out of 7-Eleven is literally 10-10. So good. I go back at 1 a.m. 1 a.m. I know. I put a wash straight on. I was like, okay, if I do like half it now and like half it in the morning, it should be okay. Journals. So these are all clean that didn't need to go through the wash because I obviously overpacked. Wouldn't be like me at all. And then also we had the water fight, didn't we? So I had to get like something to cover my phone in because there was 3 people I knew that had to get new phones because their phones were fucked. I was walking to the gym armed with a water pistol because it's basically like their New Year. So and the water is like, I don't know, goes back to something. They were like, that water hits you, you're blessed or something. I don't know. So I was like, listen, squirt me.
Look at that empty suitcase.
Woo! Stunning. 10-10. My food's definitely probably cremated half. I always burn myself lifting this out of the air fryer. Beautiful. I'm gonna add some salad. Just listen, when you're in a cut, it's all about bulking up your meals. Bulking up your meals. Bulking up your meals. With like lower calorie foods. So you feel fuller. Stunning. I actually missed having the meal prep. Although the food in Thailand was actually so good. Obviously I need a little bit more sauce, so I'm going to go a solid 7 out of 10. Nando's. So it's quite low in calories, which is good. So just a little dribble over the top. Although also make sure what flavour you get. So this is a garlic medium and it's still so spicy. But it's like, I think it's like 34 calories or something per 15 ml. It's not very much at all. I would read it off the back of the bottle, but it's in Arabic. And unfortunately, I'm not brushed up on my Arabic, so. It's spicy. Spicy mamacita. Woo! Okay guys, so we are just back from Thailand. We are starting the YouTube up again, and I thought what better time to do it than just getting back from a holiday, getting back into routine and sharing a day in the life. Number one, because it's the most common question that I would get asked with clients is how to reset after a holiday. And number two, I'm also heading into a fat loss phase myself because the Dubai stone is real and I have gained weight since being here. So I am ready to get back into a solid routine and reset for the week. So first things first is I slept in a little bit longer this morning, and the reason for that is because if I'm getting in at 1 a.m. from my flight and setting an alarm for 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to be pretty tired and it's going to roll and spiral into the rest of the week. So I allowed myself that little bit of extra time this morning. So I got up at 8:30, started off with a really good high protein meal, which is my protein oats. I hydrated with my electrolytes because again, it's really important to hydrate after coming off a flight especially, and I got stuck into a morning work block because clients of course are my number one priority. So got stuck into my check-ins, made sure all the girls were sorted and ready for the week ahead. We also as well, so Kez has just arrived, so we unpacked my case and we are about to head for a walk and head to a coffee shop as well. So yeah, come along with us. So we're actually in the car park because my building is brand new and the lift is broke and I had never used the stairs before. So we've actually ended up in the top tier of the parking. So we're just trying to find our way out of the building first of all to get to the coffee shop. Fantastic. Love it. Okay, we've just gone round in a circle. I actually am really unsure. I actually get out of my own building. Okay. Help! Anybody? No. Fuck, do I get out of here? I don't know. I have no idea, man. Oh, hold on, there's a door. Maybe we haven't done a circle. We didn't come out that door. Okay, we definitely just have to walk down here, do we? Okay, great.
It's different.
Slay. Extra steps, guys. Extra steps. See? Guys are going to be like, what the fuck is she doing being followed by a camera around her own car park?
Ooh, the wind is a paid actor.
Wow.
Oh my God, it actually is.
I am buzzing for a coffee. I have not had one yet this morning. Not like me at all. Hi. Okay, so I've got 2 client check-ins left to do. And then I have a call with a client. So she basically has a really busy week coming up, and she was stressed a little bit on how she was going to get like her workouts and her nutrition and stuff fitted in and like how to stay on track. So we're going to map out how her week's going to look, and we're going to go through it with her and go from there. Thanks for submitting your check-in for me. Okay, a few things that you said in this week's check-in that I want to sort of dive into. So number 1, you mentioned obviously seeing a major difference between your photos, but obviously not a massive difference on the scales. So whenever you first started, you were 81.6 kg and you are now 77 kg, which is obviously a great rate of fat loss. Obviously, some people do lose a little bit faster, some people do lose a little bit slower, but ultimately for you, the main question was it because your fat was turning to muscle? And I guess the answer could be yes and no. So usually, especially as you weren't into like weightlifting or anything before, when it comes to like you lifting weights and being in a calorie deficit, because we want to make sure you're still fueled enough to be able to see you're like still progressing in your sessions, seeing like some muscle definition coming in there, we can't drop your calories too low because that'd be eaten into your muscle mass. So what we've done is we've just kept you in the slightest deficit, meaning that you are still able to see a slight bit of fat loss progress, but also as well see you an increase in muscle mass at the same time. Muscle and fat weigh the exact same, okay? So obviously if you can imagine like this is a pound of muscle and this is a pound of fat, it just takes up less room. So often more than not, you will find that the scales do sort of balance out and there will be a slight change, but there'll be such a massive difference in your photos, which obviously is what we're seeing in your check-in, because obviously you're having people comment, you're noticing it in your clothes, and that's the main thing. Again, scales are such a minor indication of progress, so I don't want to stress about that too much. The main thing is we're feeling more confident, we're seeing a difference in your clothes, you're getting comments from other people, so they're all really positive signs. And like I said, the scales are only just a very small factor of that. Stress is in and around a 5, so with regards to that, I would definitely be looking into trying to manage that a little bit more, because when we're stressed, obviously we can be hungrier, it can affect our motivation, it can affect our sleep, which obviously has a role and effect of everything else that's going on on a weekly basis. Obviously anything specifically that's coming up for you, let me know and I'll be more than happy to help you through that and help you through like create some habits that's going to help bring those stress levels down. Also a really good supplement for stress for women is ashwagandha. I don't know if you already take that, but I definitely would be putting that in the mornings, and that helps sort of balance out your stress levels as a female as well. Other than that, recovery, energy, digestion is sort of midway at the moment, so there is areas for improvement in there, but I think if we can improve your stress, that's going to improve your hunger, and then that's ultimately going to improve like with regards to like your energy, etc., because you'll be fueled properly from the foods that you're eating. So main things that I really want us to focus on going forward this week is looking into how we can bring your stress levels down, making sure we're spacing your meals out properly, and making sure we can bring the sort of elements of hunger down slightly, and then from there we will work on you sending me across some form videos with regards to your training so I can analyse your form, and make sure we're still progressing in all the areas that we need to as well, and we can go from there. I don't want to give too much for you to focus on this week, so if we can eliminate those 3 main problems, and then we'll move forward from there. Any questions or anything, just let me know, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Okay, so we have just finished a coffee shop work block. I got a client call done and finished up the rest of my check-ins. The reason why I actually come to a coffee shop at least 3 or 4 times a week is because when you work from home, it can, 1, be quite isolating, and 2, I find it really easy to procrastinate. So what I find is if I come to a coffee shop, I can put my phone on Do Not Disturb, I can grab a coffee, and I can just work and smash loads of work out. And that way I know I'm not going to be sitting in the coffee shop all day either. So I'd like, say, like 2-hour work block, 3-hour work block, gets me out of the house, gets my steps in on the way there. So habit stacking at its finest, guys. So yeah, now we're just going to walk back. Had Americano and a coconut milk flat white. Obviously I've been swapping out, so I've gone for an Americano. I usually would just go flat whites all in all the time, but the calorie difference, the Americano is like 10, 20 calories. A flat white is like 70. So because your gal is in a fat loss journey, I'm gonna have to make some swaps. So that's what we're doing.
How does it actually feel to be back in Dubai?
So, do you know, I actually found it really strange coming back to Dubai as home, because this is the first time I've like taken a trip and came back. So I actually feel like I've been in a bit of a funny headspace today, like with filled with like gratitude and like feeling grateful for my life, but also as well the fact of like, wow, I actually live here now. I think you don't get the holiday blues, which I'm very grateful about as well, because whenever I used to go back to Ireland, like the holiday blues were massive. So yeah, it feels good to be able to come back, know that this is my life now. So yeah, it's crazy. It's mad. It's mad. It's insane. Yeah. Feeling very grateful that I get to call this place home for sure.
How long have you actually lived here now?
So it's only been like 10 weeks and I've taken a 2-week holiday in the middle of it. So yeah, it's been absolutely crazy. So I think like I'm ready to nail in a good routine. I think when I first got here, there was very little routine. I was moving from Airbnb to Airbnb. I was finding it quite difficult to find like a gym and everything else. So now that I've got everything like in place, I'm ready just to, create my life here.
And then your diet phase?
So my birthday's coming up in a few weeks, so I am just looking to lean down a little bit, because obviously I have been in a major calorie surplus with all the amazing foods and stuff out here. So yeah, I actually am just taking some time now to dial my training back in, dial my diet back in, and yeah, I'll definitely share the journey with you, because I'm excited to feel good in myself again and share the journey.
Maybe do we shoot?
Oh, I think we definitely do a desert shoot.
Oh,
Been on the list. So stay tuned for that one.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
And subscribe.
And like and subscribe to my channel.